Yes, people, it's LokiMan07 back with a YouTube video, and it is a sad day, people. It is a sad day, right? Marvel has unceremoniously destroyed my character real quick, okay? I had a very, very optimistic video, right? About episode one, okay? And now here I am ranting, actually ranting, right? First things first, I would like to shout out Jessica Gao. Jessica Gao, you are the worst thing that I've ever seen on Marvel. You are the worst writer they've ever had. You are um, a cancer to anything that is a Marvel production, to Marvel Comics. You're a disgrace to Stan Lee. Um, you're a disgrace to anybody involved in the Marvel Comics legend. You're a disgrace to Jack Kirby. Um, you're a disgrace. Okay. You're a disgrace to the word comedy. Um, you've let Asian people down. Oh my god. And I hope you never ever work on a Marvel project again. And I mean that with all sincerity. What a hack. Your writing is terrible. You are not funny. Okay? And Disney, if you so happen to ever come across this video, which I doubt you ever will, but if by some weird chance you come across my video, um, I hope you understand that I'm saying this out of love, that this Jessica Gao woman is completely terrible, okay? She's a disgrace to Marvel Comics, the history of Marvel Comics, the history of She-Hulk. She's a disgrace to everything she's touching, every character she's touching in the show. She's a disgrace to Wong. She's a disgrace to Titania, who Jamelia Jamil has done a terrible job of. I mean, Titania isn't that well known of a character. I get it, and you wanna, have creative freedom, but the creative freedom is too much. And you are not the one for creative freedom, as exhibited in this show. It is terrible. Kevin Feige, I'm disappointed, very disappointed in your behavior of late. You let that Miss Marvel show happen, and now you've let them destroy. Listen, Miss Marvel didn't have a chance. That character, as a concept, from conception, is actually trash, right? What are you gonna do? You're recreating trash in 3D. That's all you're doing, right? But She-Hulk, all you've got to do is just use the source material. That's all you got to do. It's already there. You can't go wrong. So I thought, right? Kevin Feige, I know as a man, you when you was watching this and you saw it, right? You know that it's garbage. That's what's killing me about men at the moment. You know. You know when it's trash. You know when it's trash, right? You know when it's trash. Yeah, somebody's behind you, isn't there, Mr. Feige? We're not even going to get into that because we already know. So here's the thing, right? I'm going to be honest. No SJW trash. Nothing. No conservatives versus liberals. No men versus women. No race versus the other race. Keep that out away from me. I do not indulge. That's why I got no Twitter. I got nothing. Right? I don't want to be a part of that stupid conversation. Right? So we're going to talk about the truth. None of those things. We're going to talk about the truth because this isn't about gender. It's not about race. It's not about liberals or conservatives. It's definitely not about that. Why the hell is this even a thing? Listen, what it's about is terrible, terrible, terrible penmanship. Okay? Terrible writing. That's what it's about. It's about god awful writing talentless people, okay? Talentless people given jobs under the guise of diversity, right? And that's what's happening. I don't care if you get 100 women to write the next 100 Marvel shows. If they're talented, we're all good, aren't we? There should be nothing wrong, but they're not talented. Nobody wants J.K. Rowling to stop writing Harry Potter because she's no good. She's actually good, okay? But then I guess she's. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. Anyway, so here's the catch. Here's the catch, Disney. Here's the thing. Here's your massive problem. Marvel is for boys. Yeah, Marvel is and always has been for boys. Just because the creators of the Little Mermaid want to want to buy the boys thing and make it feminine, right? Doesn't change the fact that Marvel and that comic genre has always been for boys. Okay? And then boys become men. Alright? So here's what you've done, Disney. Let me break it down for you. You know what? Let me go look this up. Right? What was that film called? Right, I got my phone right here. Right? It's called. Right. There was a movie that was very popular in the 2000s and the 90s. It was called Sex and the City. Okay? Alright? Sex and the City. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It was a TV show that had 6 seasons. It had some movies as well. Okay, so let's just. You know who Sex and the City was for? It was for women. 100% for women. Alright? Now, it's not the same as the comic book verse because comic book has things for men and for women, but majority of the produce is for boys and is directed at boys and directed at the male gaze. Oh my god, the male gaze, that again. Because you know, 1 + 1 = 2. Guess what? Hot Wheels is for boys. Hot Wheels is for boys. I know it sounds crazy. I know that there's been gender studies and everything, right? How could this be? Listen, bruv. Marvel is for boys, right? So you've got Sex and the City. Come out. Let's look at. It was originally released in June 8th, 1998. Okay, right? Check this out. It's about 4 girls, 4 women, right? And their sexual exploits, etc., etc. Just being women in the Big Apple, right? This is what you do. So imagine, right, we're gonna make season 7 of Sex and the City, right? This is what you would do, Marvel. We're gonna make season 7 of Sex and the City, but tell you what, we don't want the main character who was Sarah Jessica Parker. We don't want her. What we want is 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? We're gonna have 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger instead for season 7 of Sex and the City, all right? And he's gonna be the main character, right? And what he's gonna do is instead of dating around New York and exploring his femininity, he's gonna start shooting up New York and getting rid of the bad guys. Sex and the City season 7. That's what you are doing to Marvel in reverse. Like, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care how many female writers you get. I don't care what you're doing. But why exclude men from something that is for men? I know it's blowing your mind that it's for men. I know Disney, oh my god. I know you can't believe it. I know this is a revelation here. But it is for men. There's nothing else you can do about it. Why are you doing this? And then guess what you're gonna do? Because you've even put it in your show, you're gonna argue with men about their reaction because you've girlified their things. Shocker. Right? And that ain't even the biggest problem. That ain't even the biggest problem. Like, that's not the biggest problem with this show. I mean, not only is the problem is that same Sex in the City reference, but they've got Arnold talking about how women ain't shit and that they're girly and pansified, right? Not only would Arnold be doing that, but Arnold is written terribly, terribly. Because that's the main problem of this show. Um, Anybody who actually likes this show is not watching the show and is feminist. And they're seeing the little clips and they're like, yeah, but they are not watching the show. Because if you're watching this show, it is god awful. Okay, it's amazing how awful it is. Imagine watching something that is 20 minutes long, so it's short, but what you just watched in the episode, there is nothing there. There is absolutely no reason to find out what happens next week. So you had episode 1, boom, she got her powers. Let's find out what she's gonna do with those powers next week. She's at work, bro. That's what she's doing next week. Fair enough, right? But then she's like in work conflict, menial things, right? Not only that, is the writers don't know how to write this workplace. This workplace is way out of their league. So it's like Clown Court, bro. Clown Court, the show. Every single case has no weight, no realism. It's like a complete cartoon. Every character that appears in the show, it's like they're in a different universe. Like Wang in this show is from a different universe than Wang from anything else, because he doesn't even act like Wang, doesn't behave like Wang. It's not the same personality. If one person started to just act randomly like a different person like that in real life, if you went round somebody's house and you knew Wang, and then you went round Wang's house one day and he was acting like that, you think he's mentally ill or having some kind of nervous breakdown or midlife crisis. Like, it's insane, right? The writers have used no source material from anything they're writing. They don't know who She-Hulk is. She-Hulk is a fun-loving woman that loves her powers. She's the complete opposite to Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, his power brings him nothing but heartache. Jennifer Walters, her powers bring her nothing but joy. They're supposed to be direct opposites. The reason why the first episode didn't trigger me, look back on anything to do with She-Hulk and Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner is never She-Hulk's guide. She-Hulk is a spirit guide for the Hulk. In everything that they appear in together, she is the one that stabilizes him, right? But that contrast doesn't even exist. As you can see in this show, she was beefing with the Hulk. I thought there was going to be some hubris from the She-Hulk that she would overcome, but no, she's not overcoming anything. There's nothing happening. There's no overcoming anything. Literally, nothing is happening in this show. Nothing. Right, 5 episodes in, who's the bad guy? Who's the villain? She-Hulk's about to get her suit. That's what the cliffhanger is for the next week. Next week is we get to see what her suit looks like, right? That's it. Suit to do what? She's not even fighting crime. She's not even had any beef outside of ridiculous feminine squabbles that somehow reached court. This is Loki Man 07 signing out. I'm sorry. I would love to have spoken about, okay, some of the occult symbology in the show, the 7 maidens, the virgin symbology, the things that I predicted in my optimistic video, my episode 1 optimism video. Okay, so this is my She-Hulk episodes 2 to 5. Okay, and it sounds like this. All right, sounds like this. Will there be an occult study as I promised? No, no way. Who wants to watch an occult study of She-Hulk? Not even me. And I'm going to be the one making it. Nobody wants to watch it. People not even want to watch this video that are regulars on my channel because who would watch this? Who would watch this show? But I've just got to get this out. This is Loki Man 07 signing out. Peace, people.